very good morning to everyone. I hope you're all feeling comfortable. I don't know, people are not smiling. It's a Friday. We are getting into the weekend. My name is Ddamulira Sabra Joy, and I'm the Business Development and Relations Officer at Imuka Access. I'm glad to have most of you here, and you guys are family, and we appreciate that. So today I'm going to share with you one of our projects that we have been conducting since September. That's the IFC project. And IFC project, let me just tell you more about the IFC, those who don't know IFC. So IFC is the International Finance Corporation, and it's an arm which is under the World Bank. I hope we are all comfortable. We know when we hear World Bank, we think money, yeah? But IFC has been working with various government organizations as well as the private sector. And mainly in this project, they are keen to working with the African entrepreneur ecosystem. So we partnered with them as well as the Chicago Booth School of Business to conduct a survey, which is not just a survey. And this survey, we are conducting it on behalf of IFC as an implementer. So in this survey, we have two surveys that we are conducting. That's the partner survey, that entails the investor support organizations, the accelerators, the incubators that are all across the African continent. And as well as the entrepreneur survey, basically to understand the needs of the entrepreneurs. If you are to look, if I'm to use Uganda, basically, we have different challenges that we face as entrepreneurs. And we have different hubs, different accelerators, and what this program or project is aiming towards is creating a bridge between connecting the entrepreneurs to the various partner organizations. As I mentioned, that's the investor support, the accelerators, as well as the incubators. We have challenges we are facing, but I believe if we have one voice and it's unified, we are able to address all these challenges together. So the partners that are participating in the survey, that's the investors, accelerators, and the incubators, we lay down incentives to each and every partner that participates in the survey. So we have, IFC will be providing an access to a curated potential list of entrepreneurs. These are not just entrepreneurs. In Uganda, we basically face a problem where someone who runs a business in 2 days will regard themselves as an entrepreneur. You know, when they get the money, they buy a car, you know. But this project and basically the survey, we are getting high quality entrepreneurs. So that investors know that if I'm investing in this entrepreneur, you are getting value. We do not want it to only be transactional. We look at the value of your money as an investor. As an accelerator, we look at the value of your program. Is the entrepreneur benefiting from it, not just coming and sitting in a room and they get out? Are they seeing value? Are they actualizing what you have supported them with? Then that's as well as with the incubators, the same thing. And then the strategic insights, in this survey, we have different sectors. Most of us think Africa is all about agriculture. But if you are to look at the strategic insights that we are going to provide, this is mainly data because we are analyzing the data, and at the end of it, you find it that there are various sectors which investors, accelerators, and incubators across Africa can potentially support in. For example, fintech, you know, there's the digitalizing of health. For now in Uganda, if I'm to use it as an example, we have this thing that we have to go to the hospital. But if you are to look Africa-wise, if I'm to use an example of Nigeria, they are digitalizing the medical services. You don't have to go to the hospital to access that. It's a potential focus industry that investors, accelerators can support in. And now that we are evolving, the future is evolving, it's more digital, there's ICT, so it brings the insights closer to the participating partners so that they know what is really working. You may think agriculture is working for you in Uganda. What if you try out fintech in Kenya? Recently, the president of Kenya signed a bill for fintech, you know, That's a potential investment opportunity that you can look at, you know. Then recognition as a valued partner. If you have to look at the African setting, IFC is an arm of the World Bank. As a valued partner, you have taken the initiative to know and supporting the African entrepreneurial ecosystem. Entrepreneurs really want to work with partners or organizations that have created value. So your value is recognized, and obviously, you won't get these entrepreneurs that are 1-2 days, but the high quality ones. Then for the entrepreneurs, like we get direct introductions to like-minded investors and accelerators. If you're an entrepreneur, you're in Uganda, you're in agriculture. There's an accelerator in Ghana, you know? Because this survey, at the end of it all, we are going to, it doesn't matter whether you're in Uganda, because we always have that geographical hindrance between different stakeholders in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. But if you are to look at it, we are looking at, yes, I'm an entrepreneur in Uganda. I'm into agriculture. There is an accelerator in Ghana that has programs that will make me have growth, and not just growth, but sustainability. We match you, you know, and that will be implemented by IFC as well as Imuka. We match you to those programs. We see that you get programs that add value onto your business. Then exclusive access to potential partner organizations. Entrepreneurs, we have this founder syndrome. If, for example, if, let me just use Imuka as an example. If you have to look at the accelerators in Uganda, if it's Imuka, another accelerator will be like, those ones are doing their own thing, you know. Let's do our own thing. But we are all aiming at the same goal. We are all looking at the same result. So exclusive access to the potential partner, this leads to various organizations, entrepreneurs, you're connecting. You're, for example, if you're a farmer, you're producing coffee, you're not having market in Uganda. There is a potential market, an entrepreneur in Kenya who is doing the after processing, you know. You are matched with those different entrepreneurs as well as the accelerators, the incubators, so that you're able to blossom your organization. Then direct connection with the IFC investment experts. IFC has investment experts who know that they have done this. They know, they have that knowledge. They can share with us how, because now they have been supporting Europe and all that. And we're an African ecosystem, we don't want it to be Africa. We want to see entrepreneurs succeed internationally, globally, you know. Let's have our coffee being consumed highly in Europe, you know. So this will provide the guidance, the knowledge to the various entrepreneurs that will be selected randomly so that they are able to leverage on that knowledge to create sustainability, growth, profitability, and all that. Then, as I informed you earlier, we are having 2 surveys. So I'm just using this as an example. We have 4 pillar countries, that's Kenya, Egypt, South Africa, and Nigeria. So for the entrepreneur survey responses, we had the target of getting over 2,000 responses. And if you are to see, for the pillar countries, we are aiming at 400, least minimum 400 responses per pillar country. The reason as why we chose the 4 as pillar countries because of the investment opportunities that are in those countries as well as the innovation. They are far ahead of us as Uganda. So what we can do is tap on their knowledge so that we're able to blossom all these other countries and the rest of the African countries. So for Kenya, we had 470. That means we have exceeded our target number, which was 400. Then for Egypt, unfortunately, it's at 55, you know. And mind you, we started this program and the survey in September. So I urge each and every stakeholder that's here, if you have networks in Egypt, this is that time. Reach out to me. You know, experts, I know because we have been working with various experts, not only us. We have experts in Cameroon, we have experts in Nigeria, we have Kenya, we also have, so to mention but a few. So we really need associates. If you have in your connection, if you have associates that can support us in Egypt to get that number high, because we are aiming at minimum 400. So that will be great for us. Then as well as South Africa, if you have to look at it, it's at 124. We have a deficit. So I still urge you to look within your networks. And even you as a stakeholder here, if you yourself can help us, we can take you on board. You're an associate, you're an expert, and the expert or associate services do not just go like that. We value your time, we value your input, so obviously there will be compensation. And the main focus is getting the results, because we believe this will be able to enable us build a great entrepreneurial ecosystem. Then Nigeria, we're at 503, which is excellent, according to the minimum survey responses that we expected. Uganda, we are glad the entrepreneurs embraced the survey, and they are still actually filling it in. Then we have the rest of the countries that are like the second pillar countries. Tunisia, we have 3 responses, which is not good at all. So the same. So mainly Tunisia, Ghana, Morocco, Senegal, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Rwanda. For these, we are aiming at getting responses of minimum 20 responses. So Tanzania is there, Ghana is past, Uganda is over. But then where we have 5, 5, 6, 13, 3, we are not totally doing great. Then except these other countries that have indicated, we have other countries. So those other countries that haven't indicated, some we have 13 or 0. So in case you have in Botswana, Zambia, we really need you to come on board and support us, because this is not something that we are working as Imuka. This is something for all of us: an investor, an accelerator, an incubator, an entrepreneur, an expert. Because on the expert side, these are the entrepreneurs you're going to work with. We have our platform. These entrepreneurs, we share with them. They have been looking at our platform. They're like, I'm in Nigeria, but I like what Imuka does, experts in your networks. Check through. We need to get these numbers. Hi, these are your clients. Then for the partner survey, we have a target of 300 partners answering the survey. So far, we have 223. So we have a deficit. And these partners, those are the investment support organizations, the incubators and accelerators. The entrepreneurs, the numbers are high. But if you have to look at the partner organizations, the numbers are low. And when we are to do the matchmaking process, we do not want entrepreneurs to miss out. These are entrepreneurs that are looking forward to the end result of this survey. So I urge on to you, the investors that are here that haven't yet filled in the survey, please kindly do so. It's just 10 minutes of your time. We can create an impact. Do you know how it feels when Imuka Access has been able to uplift the entrepreneurial ecosystem, not only in Uganda, but Africa-wide, and you are part of that. So that would be great for us. For the challenges, which would like you to support us, that I had mentioned earlier, that is the limited response rates, that's for the various countries that I had mentioned, as well as the partners. We really need you on board. Check through your networks. If you have an investor that you know, if you have an incubator that you know, not limiting Uganda only, please inform them about that. We are really welcoming them on board, And this is just the start of it. Programs are going to be running because we are all looking at sustainability of our entrepreneurs. We are looking at growth. So various programs are going to be running, and next year, as Dan had mentioned, Pitch Fest. So Pitch Fest is there. The investors, where are you? We need you on board. So that is it from us. But I shared with you the achievements as the incentives. So I'll be glad. I'm open to any discussions. You haven't participated in the survey, would love to have you on board. If you have networks in Egypt, because mainly Egypt, South Africa, since they are our pillar countries, I mentioned they have innovation. Egypt, you're seeing how it's growing. First, it was maybe a desert, and now it's actually their entrepreneurial ecosystem is growing. So these are countries that we can tap in, get their knowledge, and invest in our own ecosystem here in Uganda. So thank you very much. I'm open to discussions. I'll just be right there behind, and any questions and recommendations, we'll be able to welcome them. Thank you.